Back again for the BackChat podcast, episode 94, 6 more till 100. I'm very excited. Are we going to do something special for episode 100?
May as well.
Party hats or something?
Yeah, we may as well.
Look, I was late today. I want to apologise to everyone putting this podcast together. I was doing an Ask Simo. So it's on Adam Simpson, the coach of the West Coast Eagles. Not only can they not win a game, they can't be on time for their segment in a lot of period.
Whack.
But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm actually here to talk about being late, yes, and I do apologise. How about Hammer just moving up in the world? Just parked in Scully's car park down the driveway. Nowhere for Scully to park.
I thought he was going to reverse out and then park straight on the street somewhere.
I was, and then I thought, you know what? Day one.
When I say car park, I mean driveway. And when I say driveway, I mean driveway. And Hammer's just parked straight across. There's actually a spot for two cars. Not when Hammer's there.
Not with the BT50 out the front.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel fine, mate. I feel very happy with it. I've earned the spot. I mean, we'll talk about it in a little bit. I certainly could have fit two of me in there, considering the weight loss. But no, mate, I'm very sorry about that.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, God, no.
I think it's a captain's bay.
Yeah,
look,
when it's free.
Captain,
exactly.
like 1 and 0 off the top of the waffle.
Skinny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how many boxes this man can tick, but you're ticking a few.
I've ticked it. I've ticked them all at the moment and feel good about myself.
Terrific merch you're wearing as well.
Oh, shit, yeah. Thank you kindly.
Is there any of that left?
I'm looking at it. There's 3 T-shirts and 3 jumpers I can see.
All right, if you want to get the OG flag mantle t-shirt that we did, there's about 3
Speaking
or 4
of
of them.
T-shirts, I had about another 5 or 6 people over the weekend come up to me and ask where the shit yeah shirt is.
It's coming.
So, you know.
Indy is on it.
Yep, absolutely.
While we're on that, can we just tell the story about the merch? Can I talk about that now?
Which one?
Like the just what's happened in the last...
Oh, yeah, sure. Wait, let's just, like, you can find our merch, BackChat __ on socials. There was a post there, but we had to delete it, and we'll tell you why in a sec. hello@backchatpodcast.com.au. Send us an email, and we'll rate it out if it's good. Let's just talk about Kings of the Big Game.
BackChat powered by Fleet Network.
Yeah, absolutely.
I might add. Look,
Big time.
Fleet Network. We'll go back. I mean, Hamish you were no show last week. We got rid of you for a week.
Yep.
We were
not on my own accord.
No,
I mean,
no.
I've had some accusations thrown at me that I come in and haphazardly.
we were poorer for it. We were poorer for it from a Hamish not being here sense, but we're actually richer for it.
Of course.
The boys from Fleet Network came in, Hammer, Frankie Agostino, Garrick Ibbotson, who Indy called Gary on our social media post. So we do apologise, Garrick. Oh, Gary sounds pretty good to me, but
Garrick doesn't sound like, it sounds like you're saying Gary wrong.
Right. So Garrick Ibbotson, Frank Agostino, looking after us at Fleet Network.
Absolutely.
BackChat powered by Fleet Network. I had a couple of people ask around, like, how does it work? And we try to do our best to explain Fleet Network and novated leasing.
Novated leasing.
That's
what it reads like on the car.
I'm going to simplify it this way.
Okay.
It's not for businesses and business owners and big staffs and big fleets of cars. If you are an employee, right?
Most people are.
And you drive a car,
Most people
I'd
do.
be hitting up Fleet Network, fleetnetwork.com.au. You can salary sacrifice with your wage you're getting, working for anyone. Doesn't matter who you work for. It doesn't matter. If you are an employee that get paid a wage, you can save money with Fleet Network with your car. That's as simple as I can make it.
Novated yourself a lease.
So, merch.
Yeah, merch. Kings of the Big Game.
Right.
Disappointing.
Trademark.
Look, again, look, the password's BackChat. If you know, you know.
Don't hack our website, please. We've already had a few hackers.
We actually had
Throwing the password out there.
Mate,
I like it.
Mate, we had 6 or 7 people hack us during the week, and they bought merch.
Somehow knew the password.
They bought merch on the website, backchatpodcast.com.au /merch. Do not do that.
Nah, try not to, but if you're good enough.
So we made some of the blue and yellow merch, and we made some of the purple merch. Those 2 things.
Careful what you say.
I know. I am very, very careful.
No one, you can't. Surely,
The purple side of things, we actually made 2.0 of what you're wearing right now, Hammer.
Yep.
And we've actually had to cancel it because it's unsellable. We made flag mantle merch again, and we've had to cancel it. I'm not even slightly kidding.
1 and 3.
It's unsellable. If we put that out online, flag mantle, it would get laughed off the internet.
Can I ask one question? If from here on out it's like they're 10 and 3, are we?
Oh yeah, shit yeah, we're making it. We're making it. I don't care if we get cease and desisted.
Okay. Roll with it again.
So yeah, don't use BackChat on the website. Don't do that.
No, please don't hack the website.
us.
Okay, so but blue and yellow, do we? Sorry, are we talking about them at all? Why?
Oh yeah, like as in the
The tap?
The non-merch.
Yeah, the non-merch. Anyways, look, just don't hack the website. Let's not.
That'll do.
Yeah, that'll do. All right, a few things we need to get to firstly, because I've been very excited about Hammer's reveal of the...
Yeah.
We've made people wait.
I know.
Wait.
I
And
made
not-
people
and-
wait.
And not WEIGHT. We're talking WAIT.
I've made people wait. I reckon I said conservatively 50 people over the weekend come up and ask me.
Where are you seeing 50 people?
I was at the Cot, I was at Daisy's, and I was at the footy.
Right, okay.
And I
Okay.
reckon conservatively 50 people come up and ask me.
Actually?
Legitimately, not even lying, 50 people at a minimum come
I
up
like
and say, how'd you go? Did you get the driver? Did you win it? And I had to say, you'll see in a couple of days.
So you haven't revealed it?
No, I haven't revealed it.
Are we happy to say that this is a revelation?
This is a revelation for anyone who
Exclusive.
doesn't know me personally, and especially not my housemates who were with me all day.
Okay.
Do we know? Has he told us? I actually don't know if we know.
Do we? I don't know what we know. I don't know. I don't know anything. Before we get to the reveal, though, should we have a look at your journey? So, just tell us. This doesn't really talk about what you, at what point of your life you were at this stage. Where were you? And what were you doing?
I'll give you the run. I'll give you the lead in. So the Monday before last, I weighed in at 95.9 or something.
And you had to
Physically
get
wasn't going to get there unless I amputated.
What'd you have to get
to?
to?
Under 90.
Wow.
The task was looking daunting, no question. However,
This is for how much is this? How much is this driver that you've done this for?
this is about a $1,200 driver, so worth it.
That's how much one club costs.
Yeah.
Holy
How much
shit.
is a whole bag of clubs?
Depends on the set, but can be anywhere from sort of $1,500 to $4,000 or $5,000. Anyway, so I've gone about this, and I've recently I've started to get into UFC a little bit, and I like watching it. And yesterday's card was amazing, phenomenal. But the UFC weight cuts and the style, the way they drop weight to get to the weight class that they can compete best at.
Tyson Pedro.
Talk about
I did a little bit of looking into that, and have seen guys lose up to 10 kilos in 4 or 5 days to get low, and it's all shedding water weight, and that's what I thought I would do. So, looking into that, 5 days leading up. For the Wednesday and Thursday, I'm just drinking as much water as I can.
So you're putting weight on.
Drinking a shitload of water. So I'm eating no carbs and having no sodium, so that all my water retention is at as low as it can be. Flooding my body full of water, getting rid of everything.
How much water?
10 litres on Wednesday, 10 litres on Thursday, another 5 or 6 litres on Friday. Saturday, I went down to 3 litres of water and ate not a lot of food. And then Sunday was the worst day in the history of the world for me.
Are you peeing a lot?
Oh yeah, God, yeah. I'm getting up like 3 or 4 times a night and pissing.
3-4 times a night.
I reckon I would have gone to the bathroom maybe like 20 times.
So you researched this. You researched how do you weight cut like UFC fighter?
Watched a few videos on it. Did a little bit of research. It's not very safe in terms of things to do.
I might add, we did have a few text messages back and forth. Should I video this for content for BackChat? And my immediate response was like, fuck yeah, absolutely.
Obviously,
yeah, definitely. And then I said, what's the worst thing that can happen? Hamish said, I could have liver failure.
Kidney failure, liver failure, and I could die.
I said, okay, just as one of the co-founders of BackChat, we do not promote you dying.
Yeah, so I threw the disclaimer out there. But yeah, Sunday was essentially, it's pissing down outside.
Absolutely.
Sunday was have very little water, like 1 litre of water, have a little bit of food, and then after midday, cut all of that out, so no more water and no more food, and just sweat the house down.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. That's good lead into this. If you're watching on YouTube and you can just see a face that Hammer's pulling without a shirt on, it looks. Let's just play the video so you're not on there anymore.
Sure.
I'm 2 rounds through the sauna. Went 30 minutes in for the first one, and then 20 in for the second one.
Tunes.
My goodness, this is tough. Oh my God. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, quite comfortably.
Video 2.
Had 3 spells in the sauna. I'm just sipping away very, very delicately on water when I get out. It's like drying myself off, not showering.
AM or pan?
AM. It's about midday.
I'm just wearing a glad bag.
About to go do some cardio. Gonna go for a little walk before the footy, and then
Cut a hole in the
do half an hour in the cardio gym. So that is
A
a
plastic bag.
Yeah, that's a bin bag.
garbage bag that I've cut holes in and put on myself. It's 25 degrees. I'm walking through Scarborough, there's hills. It's sunny. I'm wearing a jumper, trackies, skins, and a garbage bag. So,
See the rustling of the bag.
goodness me, I'm doing everything I can here.
Oh my God. He's on a fire.
I'm currently 91.8 kilos on the scales. I've got my trackies, jumper, and garbage bag set up back on. And I'm doing 30 minutes in the cardio room. I've got ski ergo and assault bike, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off.
I was depleted.
Each through them, 10 rounds.
You look good.
Thanks.
You don't. You look
Yeah, that's going to be
sucked
tough.
out.
I've stopped all water, haven't eaten any food.
Stop
Going
all
to see
water.
what I'm at after this, and then if I need to jump in the bath afterwards to really get at those last kilo, I will.
That was after 30 minutes.
It looks like you've had a shower.
Yeah.
Looks like you just.
That was me recovering.
Oh my god! This is just pictures of
About
Hamish
7:15.
lying on the ground.
I just did 30 minutes in the cardio room with trackie skins, plastic bag, and a jumper on. 91.2 is the number.
You lost 600 grams.
In half an
I
hour.
wanted a bit to lose, about to go. I'm just chilling out here for a little bit. I'm about to go upstairs and get in a hot bath for 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how long I can take in there. And then jump back on them and see where I'm at and do it all again if need be. But I'm on the way. I feel it. I'm nearly there. And Jesus, I'm thirsty. I'm going for one last walk. I've got, fittingly, my BackChat shirt on. Got my garbage bag under here. And I got my flag mantle shirt there. So
You watched it?
Yeah.
my eyes are on the prize. Trying to get in at about 90.3, 90.2 before I go to bed tonight. And currently 90.7. So go for a 40-minute walk, an hour walk, see where that sits me. And or hopefully it sits me under that so I can have a little sip of water before bed and not die overnight. But
Oh, you sound
it's been a
razzled.
tough day, nearly about to knock it off. So, yeah, just a quick walk and then I'm hitting the sack.
There we go.
Gee whiz, it was tough.
Hang on. So what happened? Hang on. So what's going on? I actually.
Well, I just
don't-
thought I would leave this a bit of suspense.
I've got to
for-
be honest. Hammer's been sending videos, which I've asked him to, of just content. He's just been a content machine over the last couple of weeks. I don't know if he made it or not. Is that? Have we got the finale?
I've got one more video to show.
Oh.
Yeah, get it up.
Should we just go straight to it?
No, I mean, talk us through what's just gone on there.
So that whole day, so this is me in my underwear, by the way.
Thought you had no underwear on.
No, that would have been a real bold strategy.
So that's a 12-hour journey.
That was the 12-hour
You're
journey
trying to
from
lose
about-
effectively 5 kilos in a day.
Pretty much, yeah. The cutoff at midday to not drink any water was the hardest thing ever, and I think
Can you not just have sips of water?
well you can, but it just like for every
weight.
sip of water, it's just 100 grams.
No, is it? Yeah.
And so, like, I was just getting tiny little ice cubes and putting them in my mouth to sort of satiate
To
myself a
wet
little
the
bit.
whistle.
But it was just, I just honestly, there were times where I was like, I feel like I could just fall asleep and die. It was tough. But I won the prize, and it was all worth it in the end because I woke up on Monday morning.
So sorry, you went to bed and weighed yourself, and you're over.
No, so I went to bed. So normally you lose, like I normally lose 2 kilos a night, just sweating and whatever, just because, yeah, it's ridiculous. I fluctuate. But I was like, I know I'm not going to lose a whole heap tonight because I've got nothing to lose. So I was like, if I can get 90.2, 90.3, I reckon I'll lose sort of 400 or 500 grams overnight. I'll need a piss and all the rest of it.
Sure.
I also didn't, I mean, this isn't something that I videoed and documented, but took an overnight laxative, which was great. Really cleared everything out.
Gee.
And
What was left?
nah,
in
not a
there?
lot, but there was something.
My God.
Anyway, so I went to bed at 90.3, and this is me the next morning.
It's the morning of the Wayne. Monday morning, the 3rd of April, Monday of round 1.
Looking very good, by the way.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Let's get to the scales.
Oh, he's
Now,
done the
Stixie,
walk.
none of my mates are home at the moment, so I'm
Bit
just
messy.
going to have to set this up
Gotta be
anyway.
honest.
Yep.
Check the legitimacy of the scales. There's a 5 kilo dumbbell.
Footage there.
Registers 5.1 kilos.
Might up the
So
price.
if anything, what you're about to see, it's going to be a little bit heavier than what I actually am. But that's okay.
Yeah, that works.
'Cause that's what this scale is what I've been going off. So here we go.
You sound cooked,
I'm
mate.
panting because I feel like I was going to die.
You haven't had a drink yet.
No, it's killing me.
A sip of water. You look ripped within an inch of your life.
Oh, no, it's awesome.
Let's see this.
89.7. Not too bad, mate. Itself.
89.7.
You bloody did it.
I did it. The hardest thing I've ever done, but I did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you're probably 89.6 or 5.
Yeah, maybe even a little bit less. But yeah, shit, yeah. I put that in, sent that to the group chat. Dad was like, "Well, geez, bloody Struth, you've done well. You know,
would've been so
can't argue
confident.
with it." Yeah.
Have you got the driver?
I'm getting fitted for the driver this week.
Fitted.
Yeah, I'm getting fitted for the driver. He's footing the bill.
Was he
Perfect.
proud? Was your father proud?
Yeah, he was. But it was it showed a lot of his. This speaks volumes of what he thought of me beforehand, because that video, if you actually watch it, I look like I look deprived within an inch of my life of food and water. And Dad replied, "Mate, you look $1 million. Don't put any of it back on."
Well done.
Well done, mate. Bit of a
done.
round of applause
Thank
for
you.
Hammer.
Thank
Really
you.
bloody good.
That's very good. Come on.
Do you put it back on?
shit,
You played on the
yeah.
weekend. What did you play at?
95 and a bit. You just
Wow.
drink all the water back. It's just
Yeah.
you're not losing much weight.
When you ate something, was your body just?
I wasn't hungry at all. I was
Right.
so thirsty. The first thing I did was I had a water, and then I made a Powerade mix and had that, and I was like, "This is the best thing ever."
Well done,
Really
Scully.
good.
Should we? Go
Oh yeah,
to
well, you guys still.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
so-
are still doing
It's
it.
not all about you, mate.
Exactly.
go
All right. You go first, Dan, if you like.
I weighed in
keep it positive.
last Monday at 92 and a half.
92 and a half.
Sorry, jeepers.
That chat has not gone well today.
It's gone.
72 and a half.
Yeah.
Down from 81.
Yeah, that was massive. You wanted to lose 8?
Yeah.
So would you?
So
You
you
lost
already
9.
lost.
Yeah.
You lost 9 kilos.
Yep.
Where have I been? How do I not know about?
I
didn't know if you'd
sent you guys the video of me jumping on the
haven't
scales. It
watched
was
it.
like a live.
Yeah, on the scales from the 20s. The big industrial food scales.
I said I'd not look at the run sheet today. What did I weigh? What did I start at?
107.9.
So I said I wanted to lose 10 kilos.
Yeah, you wanted to get to 97.9.
Weighed in at 107.8. I lost 100 grams.
Well, okay. You lost 100 grams.
In 10 weeks.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Oh, you didn't put it on. I'm staying positive.
Genuinely lost 100 grams.
Hey, how many grams would have you lost if we didn't do this?
exactly.
Probably 0.
I probably would have put it on.
Wow.
Look at the silence. You both don't know what to say, do you?
Well,
you just be
you did it.
brutal. Come
No,
on.
well done.
No,
Mate, I'm-
that's shit
Hey,
house.
you be like your dad was to you.
Yeah,
Say
of
something
course.
soon.
No, that's not good. I think looking at it from the standpoint of like health, that's not good. But also,
we're worried about you, man.
yeah, we're worried. But also the fact that I know, like, your wife has been putting up stories of you doing like exercise with her and stuff. You've been actually active.
You've been more active than most.
So the question is, what?
And I actually
haven't-
look.
like-
I think I look all right.
yeah, but what have you
You
been
look fine.
eating? What have you been doing? That's where I'd probably be. That's where I'd be questioning.
Look,
But what I think.
hasn't been a great.
No, it hasn't been great for you. But what I think is, as a group, we wanted to lose 30, which we haven't because you've been nowhere. But what I feel like, and from experience and people coming up to me, I feel like the Fat Chat crew,
message.
the message has got through. I had a guy at the footy come up to
for
me and
sure.
say, "Mate, I've lost 12 kilos."
Hundreds of kilos have been
So
lost.
if you combine me and him, we've actually lost 12 kilos together. If we actually add him into this group, we've lost about 30 kilos with that
Yeah,
bloke.
you guys have lost it all.
Great.
Fat
That's
Chat's
all I
still
need to
going
hear.
on Discord, and honestly, people keep sending updates. They've lost weight, they're lifting more weights, they're going on runs. So look,
Fat Chat's been bloody incredible.
holistically,
It's been incredible.
been amazing.
Has Scully, done anything related to
No.
weight loss? No, he hasn't. But
Whether
I've
it's
been-
100 grams or 10 kilos,
Correct.
a loss is a loss.
but you know what? Are you committing to it still, or are you done?
I'm happy to announce something. I'm
am
certainly
I
not.
committing to it or am I
Look,
done?
I went for a run on Friday. It was my first run in about 3 weeks. Got to be honest, I stopped exercising. That's what happened.
Okay.
I put some posts up on Instagram. Yes, my wife did that. I stopped exercising. I just stopped. So I went for a run on Friday. So I'm back on board. Little semi-announcement. We're cooking something up, Dan.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Do I know about this?
Yeah, we had a meeting here last week in the garage with a couple of
Oh
people
yes,
cooking something up.
yeah, something big.
Hamish is coughing
I'm coughing
something
the
up.
house down.
Alex Witherden style.
We're cooking. Yeah, that's fine. We're cooking something up.
Yeah, we are, and it's going to be awesome. Like for more people to get involved. And what
Fat
we're
chat
already doing.
wise, that's
Fat
enough
chat.
from
Yeah.
Dan, Hamish, and Scully. But we are going to cook something up in regards to Fat Chat ongoing. So well done to everybody. Congratulations. Together we lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Just not Scully.
And I'm going to keep losing it. I want to get under 70.
Just don't go
Well
too
done,
far. I
Scully.
don't want to rock up and be like, "Oh, Dan, you okay, mate? You're looking skinny."
I might get the sweat lodge happening.
All right, really good, Hamish.
Hey, what do you guys think of the long sleeve? A lot of chat over the weekend because for the first time in what seemed like the longest time,
Yeah.
the West Coast Eagles had a long sleeve jumper out on the field, and it was the highlight for me of the game because not much happened that was great as a West Coast fan, but seeing that made me very happy.
I could not have loved it more. My time as a player, I want to make a few things straight here, right? West Coast fans, listen up. In my time as a player, 14 years, it was never made available to me to wear a long sleeve jumper in a game.
It's disappointing.
Never did I feel comfortable enough, for starters,
Right.
mentally. But physically, there was not a jumper. There was no jumper with the sponsors on it. So to wear a long sleeve jumper, I would have had to have worn a long sleeve under a short sleeve with the right sponsors. At no point in time was there a long sleeve match ready jumper to wear.
Yeah.
I couldn't, even if I wanted to, even if I wasn't going to get killed by Peter Sumich or John Worsfold or the hardest men in the AFL.
Yeah.
I still couldn't have done it.
You physically didn't have the capacity to do it.
Correct.
Just a question on that.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. We had our whole AFLW midfield one game wear it last year.
Wow.
Oh,
We
that's
had the
good.
3 starting on ballers all wearing long sleeve. It looked awesome.
Did you win?
No.
Do they come around at the start of the season, like, you know, orientation week or something, and go, do you want what size jumper? You want long sleeve, short sleeve? Is that how it works? Or
No, I'm not joking. There was no long sleeve available. Never has been. Right? Never has been.
Okay.
It's a disgrace because I used to love wearing them, and I used to wear like older ones. We used to go into the property room, me, Jets, a couple of other currently listed players, and I'm not going to name the other guys because I actually reached out to one today, and I have got to the bottom of the long sleeve situation at West Coast. Like, what has actually changed? That's what I wanted to know.
That's a great question. No, I never got the option of, I only played one game, but never got the option of a pre-season long sleever.
So
did get the
I've
offer?
messaged a currently listed player. He played on the weekend, so he's one of the 22 that played on the
Okay,
weekend.
narrows it down.
Right? And I said, is the club providing long sleeves now? Surely not, right? Because this player, big long sleeve fan.
and it wasn't SPS.
It was not Samo. No, it was not Samo. And he said, yep, they are here. I'll be wearing one at the right time. Did you rate it on Samo yesterday? My answer, of course I bloody did.
Yep.
And I said, what is going on at the football club? How are they available? A person who works at the club, who's one of Simo's right-hand men, came around to each of us in the preseason and asked if we wanted one. Obviously, I said yes, this person. I didn't believe it had come through until Samo was putting it on yesterday in the warm-up. I could not believe my eyes. I didn't know we had them yet. So Samo's gone and sourced it somewhere.
Wow.
No one knows they're available. They are. They have them. And this person says, in Tassie versus the Hawks, I reckon I'm a big chance of wearing one.
Oh, I love that.
We love this insight,
Yeah,
correct?
that's very good.
I don't think everyone has got one, though, just the blokes who said they'd actually wear one in a game. So I don't know if I can offer much more as a
That's
podcast
massive.
for insight.
I tell you
Yeah.
what,
A lot of questions been asked on social media, and there's the answer.
It's great.
if Ruben Jinby rolls out in a long sleeve,
I'll
buy it.
Yep.
I'll buy it. I'll stop.
Imagine how much
that
that
may
thing would
actually
auction.
tip me over the top. If the
Imagine
boy-
how much that thing would auction for at the end of the
if
game.
the boy, if he rolls it out in a long sleeve with a shaved mullet as he's rocking at the moment,
Oh my God.
I may lose my mind.
Yep.
I might actually lose it.
Yep, that would do me, I think.
How good's he been going? We haven't had you on the podcast since he won the Norm
Star.
Norm Smith, same thing.
He got nominated for the Rising Star. Just a tackle machine. He's just a gun.
Yeah, he's that good.
He's so good at football, and he's 18. He's massive. He's like 6'11" and 120 kilos.
Did you
Just
message him
pure
when he
granite?
when he got? Did you message him when he got the? Rising
Yeah,
Star?
I did. He's like, "Oh, thanks very much, Hammer," and like so genuine in his response. And then he was at the Waffle that weekend.
Yeah, didn't you say he was like watching games?
I text you and said if you needed a reason to think that this bloke was the best guy ever, here's your reason. He's at the Waffle footy at like 11 o'clock on Good Friday. Probably
Was it the Rezzies?
probably just been to church as well because he's the nicest guy ever. He's gone. Probably watched his mates play Colts. He stuck around and watched the Rezzies in the league. It's like, mate, you're the best player ever.
running waters.
Yeah, what are you doing? You're just the nicest guy of all time.
This is like we are officially putting our brand on here. Like, we are Ruben Jimby fans.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
No question.
I'd be happy to
there's nothing
rename
like
the podcast. To be really honest,
Ruben
Yeah.
Jinby Pod.
Jimby chat.
We'll get him on eventually. Then I don't know. We'll probably just retire after that.
Boy,
Oh, hang on. What's the episode? Did you say 94?
Yep.
Oh my god.
100.
Oh my god.
do you want me to have a look at that?
Oh my god.
100. All right. Let's look at this. Kath Lochnan.
Kath Lochnan.
If I could say her name correctly, had a little.
You know who she is.
Yeah,
She knows who we are.
Yeah,
Can we
of
get
course.
this a
She's
little
on
bit
the
bigger?
podcast. Yeah, I'm going to make it full
you.
screen. There you go.
She's been a guest on BackChat.
Yeah,
She knows
really-
who we are.
Really good
does.
guest, actually. It was
It was a great episode.
Great episode.
How so Suma?
We spent a lot of time with her. We asked her about how so Suma.
Do you ever ask someone that when you're working in the West? Do you say how so someone?
I've never met him. No, I don't think I've ever met him. Actually, I have, but not in the West capacity and well before that Kath Lochnan episode came out.
This video came off the front bar, so all the props to them for bringing this up. Let's have a look at this, Scully, and sorry to make you relive this.
Speaking of the derby,
Yes.
all
Derby.
the legends were there covering.
They were.
Did you
You're
watch the coverage?
It was
And
magnificent.
Kath Lochnan from Fox Footy, she was covering this. She was a little bit rattled with some of the legends that were there.
Well, we've got
say
some
this.
royalty on the boundary for Fox Footy this afternoon. We've tried to appease all fans. We've got one Fremantle great, one West Coast great, Matthew Pavlich and, Will Schofield.
Oh, boy.
Where's it gone?
It just disappeared.
Why has it disappeared?
He's an absolute superstar.
I think even Matthew Pavlich was waiting for her to say who was standing next to him. I don't think he knew. Kath Loughnan, well, that's not the first time.
Can happen to anyone.
Absolutely won't be the last time, and it certainly won't be the best time that's ever happened where a commentator's forgotten a person's name. Ladies and gentlemen, 1992. Mr. Tim Watson.
Well, coming up after the break, we'll catch up with Demon Coach.
So you're going to keep going. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
The music at the end there.
Mate, when it kicks in, it's unbelievable.
That makes
Party
it.
going on.
I love it.
Is there any chance we can put the music? Can you guys just put it together? Put the music with Kath Loughman's little bit. Can we just put that together?
We've tried to appease all fans. We've got one Fremantle great, one West Coast great, Matthew Pavlich and,
We got a party going on.
I'll tell you what. So let me talk you
Very
through
good
that.
by the front bar.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good by
humour.
the front bar. So, all right. So just to talk this through, right? So we've had Kath Loughnan on BackChat.
Yep.
She knows who we are.
Yeah.
Not only that, so the way Fox Footy works is you do a rehearsal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you literally run through the first 10 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes of the show not to air and just to see if there's any kinks or anything. So they're in the studio in Melbourne. She does a big intro and then she goes, all right, throwing down a Fremantle, you got Matthew Pavlich and Will Schofield. In the preview,
No worries.
Right, no worries. And then we finish the preview and then we're having a good chat. So you can speak to all the other people. So I think Jeremy was that game and Jared Healy. We're chatting away and then Kath go, oh, how you going? Podcast going great. Will, knew exactly who I was. It wasn't like she'd...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, the other thing, you spoke to her on Fox Footy for how many weeks in a row?
Oh, yeah, all of last year. So,
Yeah.
so look, I'm very happy to put my hand up and be like, not in Matt Pavlich's areas, right? And I do understand
course.
that. But also, in Kath's defence...
How many premierships have you won?
yeah, that's very good.
that's-
Yeah, that's actually a very good point,
well
Dan. I was just getting to that. But in Kath's defence, she knows who I am. It wasn't like, oh, who's this absolute numpty, which I'm very happy to be that numpty.
Yeah.
And Hamish, you're welcome to jump on that.
Of course.
So I've texted her straight after. So we did that live, right?
Yep.
And
I've texted her, got her number. You guys are mates.
Mate, I had to get her on the podcast. And we send her over merch. She's a Fremantle fan. I've sent her flag medal. She has that, right? I've texted her and said, hey, Kath, how funny was that? I can't believe that because I came off the back of her and it was meant to be Pav throwing it. And I've jumped over Pav and gone, yes, thanks, Kath. Good to see you. We're both a couple of legends here. I just took the absolute piss out of her. Who gives a shit? And she was mortified. She's just said complete brain fart, complete.
Oh,
just
that is
dead,
so funny.
Dead in her brain. So anyway, I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was good.
That is humour.
Good value on a weekend. Let's talk
So
about...
hopefully don't get copyrighted and we have to pull that whole thing off. But hopefully our audience gets to listen to that.
I'm sure we won't pull anything off. Hammer, you had a... You had a big win on the weekend, Hammer. Talk us through your 1 point win.
Oh, that was very funny, Dan. Quick-witted and humour. Shit. 1 point victory.
You won by a point.
We did on Good Friday.
Coming from the depths.
Do you get something as like the first win as a captain? Captain. Do you get a little something like a
Did you lead the boys out?
Gatorade.
Did you lead them out?
Nah, because it was Christian. It was the co-captain's 50th, so he let him out.
Oh God, Christian Amadou. No.
So he led the boys out. We had the before the game. I said to him, mate, it's your 50th. Lead us out. You can do the coin toss round one. And
Did you speak to the lads?
I spoke to the lads.
What'd you say?
I'll get into that in a second. But basically, I said to me and Pebs had the little bet beforehand. If you win the toss, just you go again. If you continue to go until you
I
lost.
like that.
And he lost the first one, so I'm going next week, and hopefully going to make it a solid 20 in a row from my end. But no, what did I talk to the boys about? Just try to G us up a little bit. Was looking in the rooms beforehand. We've got 17 premiership banners on the wall, and it's been 21 years since the last. So, just threw the question down.
Do the maths, boys.
Do the maths, boys. We got 20 odd games. There's 22 of us out here. I was throwing some numbers out there, going Rain Man.
Numerology.
Yeah. Almost got the whiteboard and the pen out. And did some Did some stats and graphs. But G'd the boys up. We started well. We were 25 points up, I think, at halftime.
Wow. So the speech got them going.
Speech got them going. Halftime speech, obviously not, because they kicked six on us in the third.
They were scores were level, right?
Scores were level, and they got in front by about 9 points, I think, in the end. So that was their highest margin, and then we kicked a couple and got right back in it. And
what happened? Because I saw it just on the score tracker. Like Swan scored a behind, and like 20 seconds later, you scored a behind to.
Yeah, so it was a
Swans. Is am I right?
Yeah.
No,
So we
Swans.
were up by a point, and there was a stoppage or something, and there was a ball that came out the back, and I've picked the ball up, and I had a little bit of time, didn't think I did, and just snapped it and kicked it straight to Jesse Turner.
Oh boy, has he played for the other team?
Who then kicked it inside 50 and they took a mark. So I was like, yep, that's my fault. Wow. There's about a minute left. There's not like a minute and a bit left. I was like, I had time and I panicked and just kicked the ball.
Wow.
Anyway, they kicked a point. It was a draw.
Scores level.
Down
the guts.
No, well, we were set up down the guts, but then there was I burst out to the boundary side on the bench.
Oh, you're not meant to do that.
And because that's where our forward was leading, and we kicked it there, and the ball's crumbed, and I've looked at it, I'm like, that's probably going to go over. When I tracked it out the back, got the ball out the back.
Wow.
And I thought, I
Skipper.
can't just kick this because I
Skipper.
shit the bed last time.
Skipper.
Looked inside, kicked this wobbly mongrel flower bag that somehow landed in one of the boys' hands.
Skipper.
Rolled inside, kicked it inside 50, and then
Captain Courageous.
our vice captain picked the ball up and kicked a point. Never heard a point cheered louder for in the whole history of the planet at Leadable.
Leadable level.
And then there was probably about 40 seconds left in the game, which felt like it went for fucking 5 minutes. But they just went up the middle. We got the ball. I got a handball receive, and I
How
reckon...
many touches did you have the last 2 minutes?
I had touched the ball
Seriously.
3 times in the last minute, turnover, inside, and then I got this handball receive, and I reckon I've never kicked a barrel further in my whole life. It was like I was just like I'd been given the ball, and I just punted the shit out of this thing. Had one step and just barreled it up to the space.
Quaddies.
Would have gone 70 metres. It was the best thing ever.
Wow.
And then they kicked it inside 50 again, and it finished with Corey Watts, our fullback, kicking the ball 100 metres and the siren going. It was just, it was scenes. Pandemonium. Yeah.
So fair to say you won on ones?
We won on one. Yeah, 1-0.
1-0 as captain.
As captain. And last time we played...
Fair to say you won it for the boys by the sounds of things?
Pretty much, yeah. No, well, the exact same game last year, Good Friday against Swan Districts, we won by a point. And Angus Scott kicked the winning goal last year, and he kicked the winning point this year. So it was...
Absolute sense.
Very, very well done by the Mighty Royals.
Well done.
Well done. You know what I like about the waffle is the siren. The old timey
The old school
siren.
siren,
Love
Is that it?
Yeah, that sort of
pretty
instead of it's
It's like a
I feel
tornado.
like there's like a guy
Guy winding it up in there, the Jack in the Box.
the jozzer. All right, let's hear from Tina for a quick second. That's your cue, Damo, for Swimply the best.
That wasn't a big lead-in, but you know what?
Sorry, mate. You've just thrown him under the bus. Thrown him an absolute curveball. Cop that.
Simply the best.
Thanks, Tina.
Thank you, Tina and Damo. Damo said, just make sure you toe me into this before the thing. Dan out of nowhere goes, let's hear from Tina.
It's gone from 0 to 100 real quick.
Swimply the best, brought to you by Swimply. It's the Airbnb for pools.
Isn't it?
Right? If you don't have a pool but you want to go for a quick swim, have a look on the app, find a pool close by. You can just rent it for an hour. It's brilliant.
If you want to go and swim and dance pool,
Yep.
like that's where you can do it.
This week I'm gonna list it.
So you're going to list it, but
you've cost yourself $200.
I know.
that is correct.
Yeah,
That is absolutely. Thank you for paying attention, Hamish.
You idiot.
I know.
So-
April 1st, I missed the cutoff.
There was a $200 cash offer for listeners of BackChat only if you did list before April 1st, but like Hamish has just revealed,
Yep, I
you've
got
lost
lazy.
that opportunity.
Lost
Dan was
myself
silly.
$200. Yes.
However, you can list your pool. You
That's
can
right.
sign up, just like Airbnb, you can rent pools. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Got to be honest.
All right, you can rent my pool.
Yeah, we're all going to rent Dan's pool every hour on the hour for like a week and a half straight.
2 a.m. Please leave. These were
Barbecues
our
out back.
best 3 moments from the round. There is currently an AFL game happening.
Yeah, let's say the score right now.
Geelong v Hawks.
120 to 44. It is an absolute blowout. Hawthorn leading at half time, 10 minutes to go in the game. Hawthorn are up by 76 points.
Wait, Hawthorn are up.
Sorry, Geelong are
Oh my
up
gosh.
76 points. It is a complete bloodbath. Jeremy Cameron's kicked 6. There's no moments in this today to worry about.
So we don't have to worry about
We don't
this.
have bloodbath in Swimply the best.
That's right. Okay, so the first moment is
We have chlorine bath. Get it? Pools. This guy.
yeah, a pool is just a giant bath.
Exactly. A big chlorinated bath.
Our first moment comes from
idiot.
from the Sydney Port Adelaide game, and this might this might be one of the best moments of the entire season when we look back, and we'll probably do that.
Yes.
Alir saving the day against Sydney. I want to just read something out that I saw on Reddit about this save. Right. So obviously there was two points of difference. Sydney had a chance to go ahead as the siren goes. Final kick.
Ollie Florent.
Ollie Florent. The kick falls short, and Alir with about, I don't know how long, a hand stops
4 inches,
punches the ball out. Okay, so this is on Reddit. This is from Studio_2.
Not sure it matters.
Yeah, well, let's give him props. This guy's work. Okay, so Alir always lines himself up. This is like a bit of a breakdown of what happened. Alir always lines himself up with the goal umpire when getting ready for a set shot because he knows the most valuable player when it comes to spoils is the goal umpire.
What?
So they're the only ones that have trained for years to follow the line of the ball. If you line up with them, you'll always know where the ball is going to go. Furthermore, as soon as the goal umpire straddles the line, Alir knows this is a sign that the ball is going to be contestable, and he runs to the line with perfect timing. This is in contrast to the Sydney bloke who takes the day off even when the goal umpire straddles. Okay?
Wow.
So moral of the story, Alir's smart enough to know don't use your own judgment. Make use of the guy who's trained this judgment their whole life. And his source is that he's been a goal umpire for 7 years.
I thought his source was going to be Alir.
That would have been Alir is Studio_2.
This guy who's a goal umpire has broken down why Alir was able to do what he did because he used the goal umpire as like the reference point of where the ball was going to land.
Can we watch this? No, we can't. No, it's okay.
No,
it's okay.
It's just a clever. I don't know. I just hadn't seen anyone sort of break it down like that.
That's pretty cool. Incredible. How's Ollie Florent though, celebrating and jumping on the ground? And,
oh boy! And then what happened?
Who's worse? Ollie Florent kicks the goal and is like carrying on, like crying on the ground, right? And so someone's on top of him.
Yeah, someone jumps on him on the ground. Yeah,
but Isaac Heaney is literally on the line.
Yes.
So I would say Ollie Florent, at least he kicks it and he feels like it's good and it's going, but he's 45 metres away. Yeah. Isaac Heaney, the ball's coming towards him. As soon as it leaves the boot, he's standing exactly where the ball gets touched. So might have been able to block out Alir. Yeah. He just starts sprinting out at Ollie Florent. Yeah. Hands in the air. Done it. Hayden Ballantyne style. Done it. Running like this. Done it. You haven't done it. You've just lost.
You've lost the game.
What you've done is you've lost. And Buddy Franklin, got to be honest, not a great effort on the line either. I don't know if you've seen that. He got absolutely moshed.
I'd say what someone said here on Reddit was that the only reason why Buddy didn't get a free kick was because the siren went. But if you look back at the footage, he got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah,
but they're never going to call that.
Sydney butchered it from pillar to post.
Yep. All right.
How about Charlie? Very big in the final moments as well. Got to be honest. Charlie, they put him in the middle. He was taking centre bounces. Scotty Lycett sitting on the bench going, how easy is this? I'll just be the backup ruckman. Charlie Dixon almost lost it for him, gave a 50 away with 50 seconds to go, but won it for him again. Like he was big, Charlie. If you want to listen to that, you know how to do it. BackChat.
He is big.
That's right.
Big man.
Jake Stringer, always. Second moment of the round where he gets a barrel.
The
package. Do we still give him that?
Like
the package?
The package.
He was definitely the package at the Bulldogs.
I think he's the package.
He grabs the loose ball. Grabs a handball at about 65 out, running torpedo.
Yeah.
Never looked like it was
not
missing.
as big as my one on Friday, but it was pretty big.
That's what I was thinking.
Good carry on and a clutch moment. So that's moment 2. Moment 3, Tom Duday with the scorpion save. Now I'm going to put up a little video that I made.
I bloody like that we've got 2 backmen in the moments of the round. I mean, it's about time.
Okay, I just wanted to compare the pair here with this this video that I made. So this is side by side.
Argentinian goalkeeper.
Flashing through O'Meara over to Henry with the all-important snap. Can he put it through?
Wow.
All right. So what was this? What was the goalkeeper's name? Do you remember?
Is it Guida? Is that it had it there in the writing at the very start of the clip? Yeah, Guida. What's it? Keep going.
Oh wait.
Yeah, that definitely said Guida.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Guida. 1985 or 1995. He does a scorpion
Why
clearance.
not just use your hands there?
Because he's loose, mate. Have you seen the picture of him?
Like,
he's got hair coming out his nostrils. He's absolutely on fire, the big fella. Have a look at him. He's absolutely killing it. So we're talking about a side-by-side if you are just listening.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper, you would have seen this clip. It's viral. It's been there for 20 years.
The only thing that's not...
Scorpion clearance from the goalkeeper.
The only thing is that it was an offside call. So that's like the thing that
It was?
Yeah. So
it couldn't have gone in.
He pulled that out
did not
knowing
know
that
that.
the flag had gone up. But
So-
still,
Yeah,
very, very impressive.
That makes sense as to why he didn't use his
The actual
hands there.
moment, though, Tommy Duday, tell you what. That was
Yeah,
very
big time.
nice. So a couple of goal line saves as moments of the round and then a big forward just torping it through the middle.
Yeah.
I like it.
What's more
Look for the best.
impressive? You make the decision. We'll put it up on our socials tomorrow. You can vote on it. And
It'll be the Swimply the best.
That's right. Winner doesn't really get anything but the pride. Maybe, we'll send something out to them. We
Or
won't.
not.
We won't. We won't.
Yeah, we
I
might
think
not.
I think we can. I think we
right.
can do that. I think someone's gonna win a day at the pool with Dan or something.
No one wants that. No one wants that.
A signed
You'll wear
Rashi.
rashes.
Signed Rashi.
BYO Rashi. I'm not providing you one.
Obviously.
All right, let's hear a little bit more about Fleet Network.
Question for you, boys. Looking to save thousands on your next car and bundle your running costs? Look no further than Fleet Network, if that's the case.
Yeah, definitely.
Where was the question?
Okay, great. Fleet Network are Australia's novated leasing specialists, helping thousands of individuals and businesses secure great deals on their vehicles each year. I reckon both of you tick both of those boxes.
I sure do. Yep,
Individuals, businesses, well, at least you know what it is. Through a Fleet Network novated lease, Australians can use their pre-tax dollars to pay for a new or used car and all its associated running costs.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Do you know what running costs are, Dan? I'm going to give them to you, right? That means you pay no GST on essentials such as fuel included, insurance included, registration included, servicing included, even new tyres.
I hate paying for all of those things.
You know what? I know you hate those things. Do you know what you like? More money in your back pocket.
Absolutely.
That's what Fleet Network does for you. What's more, they'll source your choice of car from their nationwide supply network and negotiate exclusive discounts. Have an old car you want to trade in? I know you do, Hammer. I saw what
I've got
you're
an old
driving
car, but I don't want to trade it in. But
Okay,
continue. Let me see
okay.
what they're offering.
Okay, Fleet Network can handle that too. Simply drive your old vehicle in, drive away with a dream car. They'll sell your old car for you and maximise the trade value. You can't tell me you don't want that.
Yeah, well, the Beatsy's priceless.
Okay, thank you very much. As novated leasing and salary packaging experts for more than 25 years, Fleet Network will make your move to novated leasing simple and stress-free. Getting started's easy, Hammer. Don't worry about it. Contact Fleet Network today or visit their website, www.fleetnetwork.com.au, and feel the freedom of novated leasing. Tell you what, Fleet Network, you know what to do.
Novated some leasing.
It's been, I mean, I tell you what you wouldn't do is you wouldn't have a car that would need to have the windows cracked open if you're with Fleet Network. Indy, you've just said it's pissing with rain outside right now. I don't know
Oh, yeah,
why.
absolutely pissing down at the G.
Indy's just gone, oh no. So halfway through the episode, you've left your windows down.
Yeah, well, my car typically gets super hot inside. It's like a dark green colour and just draws the heat. And I hate nothing more than getting into my car after a day and
Fair.
just sweltering on the way home. Aircon's not the best, could do with an upgrade there. So I crack my
Fleet
windows
Network.
just to give a bit of airflow through the car
Yeah.
while I'm sitting here doing backchat stuff.
And you've been here all day and it's been raining for a large majority of it and you still have the windows open.
Yeah, just like as it got heavier and heavier and it was like going sideways, I was like, my windows are down in my car and I'm going to have the wettest bum on the way home.
So,
You know what, Indy? You could list your car as a pool on Swimply.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. List your car as a pool or Novated yourself a new lease.
I might need your Rashi on the way home, Dan. I'll tell you that.
There we go. Fleet
You
Network.
can't because
Powered-
Dan's only got one.
sorry.
Well, I was just going to say the BackChat podcast is powered by Fleet Network.
Absolutely,
It
it is. Indy's driving home in a rash vest in a pool along the Mitchell Freeway. Sorry.
Okay.
Got sidetracked.
Full disclosure. We didn't get to have a bet put up
No,
this
we
week.
didn't. No, we didn't.
No, that's why I can still sit here.
That's why you can still be here.
We had no financial benefit.
The boys don't. That's fine. But we did try to.
Yeah, we tried.
But it was Easter, and the market didn't go up.
Sure.
So I'm going to be honest with that.
Yeah.
We did put it up there.
Oh, yeah, we put it to the right,
And I'm going to be
Anyways.
honest. I haven't checked if it would have won or not. And if it did
Right.
win, I'm going to be angry because I did make
You'll
the
spew
bet.
You might spew up.
I'm going to spew
Terry
up Terry
Wallace
Wallace
style.
style. I think we need a hot key on here. I'll spew,
spew
up.
up.
Right. So can I check the bet that we
Yeah, go
didn't
for
put
it.
on that we were going to? So I like it. It's just spoils.
Okay, good.
So I
do
wanted
like
a backman spoiling. So Hammer, you had nothing to do with
I had
this, and you have
nothing to do
nothing
with
to do with this. So it's a thing that didn't happen.
This
But
is a
if it
thing
did-
that didn't exist, so I can
Right.
talk about it.
Can we do spoils again, mate? Was my text messages. I wanted Brennan Cox for 5+ spoils. Yeah, 12.
Sure.
Oh no, I'm actually scared. I had our man Duday. Did they count? You reckon they counted the kick on the thing? Oh boy. Do you reckon they included the kick on the Bounty line?
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, what's a kick? It's not. Is it a spoil or is it a kick?
Oh, it's
This
a
is
spoil
spoils.
with a foot.
Do you understand? He had 6. Tom Duday had 6. He was in
matter.
it. Or it does matter because we're 2 from 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
Cox, Duday, Alir had 7. Well, this is fucked. Oh, I think we might be saved. I'll come back to that one. Tommy Barras,
He would have had 7 easily.
he had 12.
Yep.
Jake Lever. Who does he play for?
Melbourne.
That's
he
right.
does, yep. Pickle.
I'm down into the 5s here. I don't know if Jake Lever's had 5 spoils. Got to be honest. The other I had was Tom McCartan, who I believe got knocked
Right.
unconscious.
No, his brother did, Paddy.
No, Tom did as well, mate.
Did he
would
really?
you believe? Yeah, I know that it might seem like you
Wow.
didn't, but Tom did not have 5 spoils.
Okay.
So we would have lost. So congratulations, everybody. We saved you some money.
Well done. Thank you.
Very good. All right, Backman of the Award of the Year. It's happening. We've got a leaderboard now. You worked pretty hard this
I made the
afternoon and
leaderboard.
actually making a leaderboard, so thank you for that because I was just guessing.
3
before.
hours of prep, and I had to
3
go
hours
back.
well spent.
You had to go ask Simo some stuff. So
That's correct.
All right. This time, Hammer, usually we let you pick someone to get some votes, but we've already got a 3-voter. We've already got a 2-voter. So you're just going to pick the person who gets the 1
okay,
vote.
cool.
Okay.
I like that.
So to start with a 1 vote. I want to give Hammer some
start with
choice
1
around
vote.
it because
4 people.
We have said here we do have someone actually messaged the podcast and
All close?
they were quite close, but you weren't correct. If you know who you are listening. You messaged, but I'd say if you were correct and you weren't.
To guess the how we're picking these.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So there's
Well, this is Backman of the Year award.
It is the Backman of the Year award.
So 1 vote you can pick between.
Okay, here we go. Charlie Ballard,
Oh, yeah, I like him.
Tom Barras,
Yep, he's a nice guy.
Brennan Cox,
Good player.
Nick Murray.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're all Backman.
They all- they
That's
are
what I
all
just love
Backman,
about this
aren't they?
award. We haven't had anyone come across and go, oh, God, he's running
he's
around
not a
getting chips.
Backman.
That's in the
Yeah,
back line.
he's
He's a
getting chippies.
Backman.
Look, I think I'm going to go TB, aren't I?
Yeah,
really?
absolutely are.
I think I'm pretty sure I saw him spoil one like 40 metres or something.
First
so-
game as captain. He deserves a vote.
Yeah, he gets a vote. Well
Oh
done.
boy, I was saying this to you before. When they showed the video of TB walking out, like leading the troops, I
Yeah,
was
that was nice.
Yeah.
I was aroused.
Bit of smoke coming. Like there's
he just he had no
He had his
bullshit
vape in
on
his
his
back
face.
he
his
looks
vape in
like
his
a
sock.
captain.
Yeah,
He does. Like I
Absolutely.
would be inspired. I'm inspired looking at him.
Yeah, I would have run through a brick wall for him. All right,
Just like Hammer.
Yeah,
2
shit,
votes.
The boys feel like that.
2 votes. Your boy Hammer, Sam Collins,
Oh,
gets
yes.
the 2 votes.
See,
Collins.
yep, that was a pretty smart bet by me, I think.
And the 3 votes for this week, Tyler Young.
Tyler Young.
Young, there
I
you
bet
go.
you don't even know who he plays for.
Yeah, I do. The St Kilda Saints.
That is not correct. That is
One
not
in 18,
correct.
one in 18.
He plays for Richmond.
Does he really?
Plays for Richmond. So Tyler, young kid, gets
There you go.
the 3 votes. Now, you have to think on the fly here, Dan. Please update the leaderboard with those votes. I believe we have a new leader.
We have
Oh, yeah, Sammy Collins will be up top.
Oh,
I would have thought so.
wait.
Dan's
Yes, Sam
major
Collins.
strength isn't maths. I'm not even
No,
looking
I'm
at
really
it.
good at maths.
Okay, well, we've got a new
Sam
leader.
Collins is leading with 5 votes.
Thank you.
Currently.
My guy.
Second, tied second, Jack Buckley, Brennan Cox on 4. All right.
Yeah.
Anyone else in the leaderboard? Just read it all
There's
out. It's
other
not that
people.
big.
There'll be guys on 3.
Radigalia on 2.
Yep.
Tomlinson on 2.
Yep.
Rampy 1.
Yep.
Jonas 1.
Tyler King would be on
McCartan 1.
3.
Yep.
Tyler Young 3.
Tyler Young 3. No.
Yep.
Brass on one.
Brass would be on
Just
1
got
as
a vote.
well.
Correct.
He just got a vote. Yep.
Perfect.
Tom Barras 1.
Very good.
Tomorrow we're talking to David Wirapunda.
Oh boy, Backman. If you think about Backman, you think about David Wirapunda.
Yeah, you do.
One-handed pickups, torps from the thing, ponytail in his first few years. He breaks down Dancing with the Stars. I believe we've got an exclusive there.
Yeah, we
he
do.
left the show mid-show. He was doing well, and he left, and we found out why. And he breaks it right down. for us.
Used to, so David Wirapunda, you didn't get a lot of footage of West Coast as a Melbourne player, like
Correct.
being in Melbourne. And when you did, he was my favourite West Coast Eagle.
Yeah.
And I used to, when I first got Instagram, and it's funny that you've got him on the show, I used to tag him in every single photo that I put up. And I would hashtag We're a 44, and I just kept doing that for about a year.
Why?
I don't know. He's just my favourite and loved him.
Did he ever follow you?
He followed me back.
Wow.
And then one day I sent him a photo. I got my mate to send me a photo doing that, 44.
Wow.
And he liked the photo, and I can't remember what his reply was, but yeah, liked the photo and sent a reply.
When we had Wiz sit down with us.
Yeah,
It was
he
so
would not remember.
Maybe we just send another one through these ones.
It was probably one of my favorite episodes to be a part of. It was so good.
Dan was very happy at the end of it.
Oh,
and I was.
He's a legend.
So was
He's
I.
just a legend.
Happier
of
than
the
when you're
club.
talking about Alex Spears' mum? Or
She's not tall. I can tell you that.
she's not. Hey, she's not. All right.
Do we ever confirm that?
I'm not sure.
No, I
David
confirmed it
Wirapunda.
because I know she's not tall.
David
told him.
Wirapunda, mate. It was a very
what a
good
guy.
episode. So
Yeah.
tune into that on BackChat.
That's going to be so good. All right, you send it. We might read it. Let's go.
You send it, we read it.
If it's good.
Drove past Leaderville cameras on the way back here while I was running late. They've got some new signs up. Tell you what, it's
I
signed.
don't know how they fit anymore on there.
If you drive past Leaderville cameras and you're still wondering where it is, I reckon you're not having a look. I reckon you're going to be serious about yourself
Exactly.
and have a good hard look because tell you what, it is branded.
It's hard to miss.
Yeah, and I can see Lydio on there. We did have one suggestion. Maybe he could have one in karate gear,
Oh yeah.
chopping. What did you say? Slashing prices.
Slashing prices,
slashing
yeah.
prices.
Chopping prices.
Chopping prices,
Like wood,
yeah.
but it's
I
actually
like
a
it.
price.
That would actually, yeah.
We'll clip this up. We'll send it to Lydio, and
I'm
I
sure
reckon
he'll be
within a
stoked
few
with that.
weeks he'll be in a karate. What do they call
Very
it?
good.
Uniform?
Dojo.
Kimono?
That's where they work out. Gi.
A gi.
A gi.
Indy has come in from the rafters and says it's a gi.
Gi.
That's clarified butter
Also,
as well, I
yeah,
think.
it is. Also,
Lydio just in a butter suit,
just all lathered up in butter.
getting ready to
Wrestling.
fight Dan.
That's how we're going to do it. It's going to be
Go
covered in
Roman
gi.
wrestling style, nude in butter. Just
Leadable
slippery
cameras,
and
if you do
wrestling.
need to buy an electronic, please consider them and don't just think about Dan fighting him naked in butter.
Gi. All right, first one's from Jordan Finn. Ahoy! Scully once made the point on the potty that at the end of the day, the umpires don't really influence the result of the game.
Yeah, it's a true fact.
However, after the GWS game, when the umpire became an actual degenerate and paid free against Cornelio versus Carlton, I'd have to disagree.
Yeah.
Carlton had not scored in over a quarter until this and were behind in the game,
Yeah.
which they then scored and got a late winner. When it comes to umpiring decisions as well as players, I hate when the media says you can't just look at a mistake made in the last couple of minutes of a game because there's also mistakes made earlier during the whole game that aren't talked about. I have to disagree, as I believe you have to be at your best in the late stages of the game. For example, when Blake Acres dropped the mark against Carlton in the last 10 seconds against Richmond, where he could have played on and scored the winning point, some people were saying if that happened in the second quarter, we wouldn't be talking about it. However, the dying stages of the game is where you have to be at your best in what you do, as that's where it's most on the line, and that's why you get paid the big bucks. Just a thought. There has been a lot of talk about umpires recently.
Who sent that in?
Jordan Finn.
Jordan, got to be honest. Sometimes we get some feedback in this podcast and I just sit here and think to myself, what is this bloke thinking about? And Jordan, got to be honest, I don't think that about your email. I think you're actually on the money. I think you're on the money, Jordan. I like it. I have said that umpires don't influence games, but that was influenced. And I watched the West Coast Melbourne game, and I know Hammer can't speak about this, but those umpires out there were terrible. Terrible. I blew up on radio.
Yep.
I'd done a 3.5 hour preview of
Someone
the
on
game.
the BackChat Discord said Scully just went crazy about the umpires.
I just had enough. I'd had enough. I watched the first half. I said, I'm not going to comment on the umpires. They don't influence the game. And about 10 minutes into the third quarter, there was just some garbage after garbage after garbage, and I couldn't cop it anymore. I blew up on radio. It was quite funny. So, yeah, Jordan, you're spot on. Umpires can influence the game. I wish they were better sometimes, but they're not. And the second point about making mistakes late in games.
Yeah, it's a valid one. I like it. Be at your
Pressure
best.
makes diamonds. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it
Is that the
does.
saying?
I mean, yeah, it's a thing.
It's nothing to do with anything.
Pressure makes diamonds. There you go.
Great.
Fun facts with Scully.
All right, this is from Tom Pears or Pears. Don't know. Just looks like the word, the fruit pears. G'day, Shaggers and Dan. Loyal listener for many episodes here. Just a quick one for you. I was at the gym, mate. Could you just rein that in a bit?
Shagger.
I was at the gym the other night getting juicy AF, pumping some huge iron with my mate. Halfway through my set, I look up and see some weird specimen walk in through the glass sliding doors, and in the most outrageous gym attire I've ever seen. Upon further inspection, it appears to be a good friend of ours looking like a prepubescent Will Schofield. I stand there for a moment or two in absolute amazement of what I've just witnessed. McGregor walked up to him, firmly grasped his right buttock and whispered in his ear, how are you, Scoey? To the reply I received was, what the fuck are you doing, you weird fuck? For the rest of the evening, my mate and I would whisper in his ear, what's been happening, Scoey? And in the end, our friend got up and told us both to fuck off and stormed out. So the real question I have for you boys is, were we too harsh or did we hit the nail on the head?
Have we got a photo of this? I mean, that was a long-winded way to say you saw someone that looked like me.
I'm gonna get the email up, but were you weren't like.
I think we've established over the last 3 to 4 weeks. I haven't been
Scully has
spending
not been to the gym
a lot of time in gyms. I certainly haven't been going there dressed as myself. Like if I hadn't been going to the gym, I would have just gone to the gym in gym attire.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you wear to the gym, Hammer?
I usually just go after training, so it's my training shorts and my training singlet.
Yeah.
So that's gym attire.
Yeah, okay.
All right, here we go.
Well, you've got it.
So that's what he's wearing to the gym.
Oh my God. You're kidding me.
Is he wearing a West Coast jumper?
Yeah, that's a 31. That's your jumper.
Imagine if I rolled into a gym in my West Coast jumper. Just like, g'day, boys. Who wants to pump some iron?
Remember when we had to spin the wheel and Hutch had to order lunch in his full playing kit? Shit, that was
That's
funny.
good. That's good.
There you go.
So he's wearing the 31.
What was the question? It's probably spot on.
Yeah, well done. I like it.
Gotcha. It wasn't me though.
All right, this one's from Sean Jasper. Hi, gents. Love everything you're doing so far this year. Keep it up. I've been a bit down about Freya's start to the year, and to be honest, I've started looking towards 2024 already. This prompted me to look up Andy Brayshaw's age to see where he's at, and was pleasantly surprised to see he's only 23.
Yeah, he is.
Did you know that, Hammer?
I did, funnily enough. Yeah.
Coupled with a few other young guns, I think long term will be all right.
Yeah.
However, in my search, I found it interesting that Google listed off Andy's parents, uncle, and cousins with no mention of siblings. Can you ask Hammer why all the other Brayshaws are more prominent than him? Thanks, Sean.
Well, Sean, firstly, fuck off. And secondly, it's pretty self-explanatory.
No, but your brothers aren't listed either.
Yeah, that's right.
So don't put yourself to, Angus isn't mentioned, Will's not mentioned, the boys aren't mentioned. It's just
Parents,
your dad,
uncle, and cousins.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm happy with it then. Actually, no, I don't. Fuck off, Sean. Yeah, interesting. I mean, Michael's pretty famous, I guess.
Yep.
Dad, I mean, not really.
Cousins?
Cousins? Did it say cousins on there?
Apparently.
Have you got any famous cousins?
No. I would have thought so.
Okay, great.
Yeah, well, anyway, there you go.
All right.
Sure?
Interesting. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to change my own Wikipedia, I reckon. You do that to Andrews.
Yeah.
That would be good. We should pick a person every week we change their Wikipedia page and see how long it lasts for.
We did that one day with one of my dad's friends, Dale Holmes, who played one game for North Melbourne, and we changed his nickname. He had about 11 nicknames. Dale Mystic Man Holmes, seventh wonder of the world Holmes. Gets taken down in the next 24 hours, but it's pretty funny.
It's good for a moment. You could screenshot it.
Screenshot it and then it's there forever. Shit, it's humour.
All right, we have some fines that have come through in a brilliant new way that we've started doing at the start of the year. You can record a message.
My favourite part.
Instead of writing in your fines and making Scully read them out, now we make you do the work.
Jeez, I used to hate doing that.
BackChatPodcast.com.au/fines, I think, is the link.
Didn't do it justice. Yeah, you're spot on, Dan. That's exactly where you find it.
So you can go in, basically tap on your phone, record a message, and you send it through.
I didn't used to do it justice. I'm now realising that me doing the fines and being the fines master, that was fun. But I just wasn't doing it justice because the tone and the deliverance of some of these fines has genuinely had me wetting myself.
It's very, very good. And I especially like when they say their own name.
Yes.
Yeah. If you send it in, obviously, you just got to say your name and that other thing. But more importantly, I think the name really gets a good laugh out of it.
That's right. All right, and we got
a few?
Obviously, I think we got about 6 of them.
Oh,
and of course, we are donating this money that you say an amount that we're going to fine people, and we're donating that to Men's Talk, Socrates Arcoma, and Sabre.
Yes.
Cool, which is brilliant.
Yes.
All right, let's start.
Good evening, Hammer, Scully, and Pipsqueak. Buxton Cider here. Just want to give a $2 fine for Scully and Skeeter for, just never giving the Saints a chance, mate. We're 3-0. Fucking get it up here. Get a big dog up here. Fucking 4-0. On to better things. The Saints are winning the fucking flag.
Cox and Cider.
Who's fighting? Me and Skeeter.
Yeah,
so just,
$2.
You just find Skeeter on the BackChat podcast.
Well, because I think that he must listen to the show.
So remember when I told you you can find who you like, but the way we're doing it now, we get a rebuttal.
Yep.
Didn't like the intro. Got to be honest. There's a point where it's funny, which is most of it.
Yeah.
But you don't be coming it down too hard. He's just you should see.
He is a pipsqueak now that he's lost all this weight.
Correct. In a positive way.
In a positive way. A positive squeak.
And Saints are winning the flag. If you're wrong, you can donate the amount we donate
good.
to charity.
I like it.
You want to come in as hard, fine. But if you want to match that, that'd be appreciated.
I did like the passion of when you
Get
really
a dog
dig
up there,
deep.
yeah. You're finding extra gear.
Do you like the dog up, yeah?
All right, let's go.
Got it up, me.
G'day, lads. And Dan. This is Dixon B. Tweener Legs coming to you right from the MCG. And Hammer, this is a $5 fine to you. And yeah, I'm giving you a fine. You said the Saints were going to finish on the bottom of the ladder. We've just rolled the Dons. We're 3-0. Ross the boss is back. Stick that shit, up, yeah. You can't fucking Saints.
I like it.
Saints fans are up in it
Yeah,
now.
shit, aren't they?
So that one was a bit of an older one, but I wonder if those two
That was
guys
from the
are
G.
friends.
That was genuinely from the G.
Yeah, that was from
We
the G.
bloody love that. Give us some more from
As
stadiums.
soon as the game's over, he's getting
Just
straight on
start
there.
giving Hamish some. Get that up here. Oh, shit, yeah.
I like it.
G'day, legends and Dirk. Huge organ here. Just like to find Scully for in his chat with Duggo, sledging him about clearing his throat all the time.
Yep.
When I've been praying for 100 episodes that Scully gets a butter menthol sponsorship. You're the worst for it, mate. Settle down, back in your box. Cheers.
I didn't notice you doing it.
Wow.
Maybe you're just so
Oh,
used to it.
Well, was it Big Organ, I believe that
Yeah,
was?
Big Organ was his name.
Huge
I believe.
organ.
Huge organ.
Huge organ. No, spot on here. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Well, that's very good.
Well done.
Butter menthol, it's over to you.
I like the Dirk there as well. That's nice.
I hate butter menthols.
I'm a soothers man.
Oh, the ones that have the liquid inside of
yeah.
them.
Butter menthols take horrible. Yeah. Next one.
I'd like to find Kane Corns, Matty Lloyd, Caro, and whoever the fourth dipshit is on that show of theirs, making Sam Mitchell come on and answer questions about tanking after literally only 2 rounds of footy.
Yes.
Hopefully they can apologise to him after the weekend's result and get back to working on whatever new rubbish they've got for the week ahead. I'll also find Scully $1 for being part of the same AFL media. Come on, Scully, surely you're better than that.
Hang on, I didn't say Hawthorn was bloody get a take. I was saying one of the best finds I've heard this year, and then you shoved
that
that
was
at
a
me.
very good find.
Well-
Didn't he just make him look like idiots on
Well-
that show? He just answered every question. It's like,
And then went and won that
Yeah.
week. But if we're fair, they may be tanking again because they've just lost by 100 points at the G to Geelong. They literally just lost by, I can't do the maths, so I'm going back to this
here we
page. 82 points.
82. The only good thing about this,
They're tanking.
I was
Can
really
confirm.
I was really worried about Geelong losing this week and then taking it all out on West Coast next week. But I feel like now that they've got all the angst out, they've smashed Hawthorn.
but they have just.
Are you
hit this-
saying West Coast could win?
I'm saying there's
you
a chance.
tipped
Yeah,
West
you're
Coast
telling
this
me There's a
week.
chance.
I tipped West Coast against Melbourne. I did.
Like fair dinkum.
I just,
tipped them.
you know what? And at about 3/4 of the way through the first quarter, I was
Yep.
screaming at the TU going, "That's why I tipped them."
Yeah. That's why I am. I did it. I am.
What's the question?
The best.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are? I am. Hey, that guy, the last ever bowl that he bowled on television, he held the ball up.
Retired?
Look, he retired. Looked at the camera and said, "Hate me or love me, all you could do was watch," and then bowled a strike, and that was the end of his career. Hate me or love me, all you could do was watch.
Putting a guest list out there for BackChat, I'd
Him.
like to have a chat to him.
Yeah, don't know his name.
How's it going, boys? Seymour Butts here. Just a $2 fine for our mate Waylon, who is the biggest footy nuff in our group.
Waylon.
But he's coming dead last in AFL Supercoach.
Yeah.
So just a $2 fine there. Cheers, Waylon. You're a flog.
Cop that.
Cheers, Waylon. You're a flog.
Yep, cop that, Waylon.
Not sure if the name's right up there with the best names of
Seymour Butts, yeah.
No, I was more talking about
Oh, Waylon. Yeah, Waylon's not the greatest.
What's Waylon's nickname, do you think?
Smithers.
Very good.
Scully, Hammer, and my boy, Rashi Man, Melman here. Just got the fine here from my sister. Actually, it's a bit of a tough one to talk about, to be honest, but I'll get into it.
Can't hear.
She actually eats meat pies with a spoon. Yep. Yeah. It's an embarrassment to the family.
It's devastating.
It's unAustralian. Thought it might have been one of those things. You're young, you do that, but hasn't grown out of it. But fortunately, though, these days she's dairy and gluten intolerant, so stays away from the meat pies, which which is a good thing, I think. But yeah, $1.80 for her. Top that.
He's recorded that 4 meters away from his mouth.
He's still turning off his.
Still trying to fit.
Oh my God. That was a tough one to listen to.
Gluten-free.
Firstly,
dairy.
don't eat a pie with a spoon. That's weird. Secondly,
how do you eat your pie? Well, okay, keep going.
Just don't. If you're gonna send a fine in, please record it close enough to your mouth so that the volume is at a point where we can hear it.
How do you eat a pie? Stupid question.
Put sauce on the top and just eat it.
I think there's two circumstances, right? You're at the footy. You're in the car and you're getting back in the car and you're just opening it up and eating it, right?
Yep.
And you put sauce on top?
Yep. That's how I sauce the top of the lid and then eat it.
Yeah, right.
And if it's too hot, then I take a bite and just...
What if you happen to be at home?
And then just blow into it.
What if you happen to be at home, someone bought you home a pie, it was hot, or you had to God forbid, a frozen pie, you heat it up in the microwave. Mm-hmm. How are you dealing with it at home from a plate? Just say it is on plate. Are you just eating it still?
Nah. So
are you knife and forking
if it's way too hot, I'm not knife and forking it. I'm cutting the lid off.
Right. I thought you might
putting sauce in the meat
mm-hmm.
and then
lid back on,
letting it cool down for a little bit. Lid back on.
Sauce on top of the lid after you've put it in the pie.
Yeah. Still sauce on top of the lid, but double sauce because I just like that the sauce cools the meat down.
And then you're eating it with your hands.
Yes.
Would you ever use cutlery?
Never, unless it was like a. Unless I'm going, sometimes you go to those
like a
bakery pie where it's like the size of my face.
You?
I know you guys are probably going to say this. I'm just like mucking around.
George, you want me to go first because I've got some outrageous methods. So I'm a big pie guy.
This is what I do. I get a bread knife. I slice the top off.
The lid, yep.
Right?
Yeah, which is what Hamish.
Yeah. And then I get a fork. I eat all the insides.
So that's the same as a spoon.
And then I eat the top like a biscuit. And then I eat the bottom like a empty shell.
Another biscuit.
Do you put
like another biscuit?
Different shapes.
Yeah. A taco without any filling.
I used to do that as a child.
It's so good as a child.
Yeah, I used to do that and I can see the merit in it. But
that's the same as eating it with a spoon.
I'll put it to this way. Like you're leaving the worst. The pastry doesn't taste like anything.
That's my favourite bit.
Oh boy, I got a problem with that then.
So you're just eating an empty taco essentially. It's just
not a taco. It's just that's doughy bread.
There's like a little bit of meat like left on it.
Residue.
Yeah, there's a residue that gives it like.
Are you saucing the biscuits?
No sauce. I eat it with sauce.
You don't. That's right. You don't eat it with sauce. Dan doesn't eat sauce.
Soggy pastry biscuits.
So you don't put sauce on it at all, do you?
Oh, sausage rolls I do, but not pies. No, the whole inside of a pie is sauce.
Okay, look, I'm not going to make this about you, Dan, because I do want to speak about myself.
Sure,
but that's outrageous.
Yeah,
it's a method.
It is.
I mean, you're still eating it. It all comes out the same, like shit.
Okay, so sauce on the pie when you're eating it, sure, same. But if I'm at home and there is a plate, I will knife and fork it. I can knife and fork it, like in pieces, or if I'm getting, I might put two pies on. I might chop them all up and like mix them up and then eat it like almost like a stew. That's
the worst.
And like sauce all over it. Like it's very good because you get like a bit of crunchy, you get a bit of soft, you get a bit of sauce. You can do both.
Like a meat pie bowl.
I could easily put it in a bowl and chop it all up and have it in there and then eat it out of that. Does that not sound great?
Well, that's the way I eat Wheat Bix. I crunch my Wheat Bix up into the bowl, pour milk on it, and then it's just a mush of Wheat Bix.
My children do that.
It's a mush of pies.
Yeah, same with my kids.
Yeah, okay. Well, at least I don't eat a pie.
So I thought that was just I thought it was worth exploring.
It's like a pie cereal.
The non-sauce from you with pies.
How much more wetness do you want on it?
All right. So in the YouTube comments, we've been asking for this a little bit. We'd like you to tell us how you eat your pies.
How you eat your pie.
Right. And if it's like Dan.
Who do you resonate with more there? Me, Dan, or Scully?
Unsubscribe if you eat it like Dan.
No, please don't, because there'll be thousands of people unsubscribed.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have no subscribers.
No, I'll take it on board, Dan. I will take it with notice. If you do support Dan, just like his fillet of fish eating, please let us know.
You eat your pie like a bowl of stew, so that's weird.
I know. That's what I was trying to say.
I actually think you've got the weirdest method.
I think I do, but it's delicious. So
you know, that's how The Rock eats when he's like tanking for food.
I mean, if I'm getting compared to The Rock, I'm
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Sure. All right, that's episode 94. We're 6 away from potentially Ruben Jimby and episode 100.
If we get Ruben Jimby on 100th, that's 6 weeks away. I'm pretty excited. Got to be honest.
Because he'll already be a bona fide star by that point if he's not
If he's
already.
not already, yeah.
He's gonna. He'll be leading the league in everything.
The boy.
And he'll be the captain by that point probably.
Yep.
They'll stop calling him the boy and just call him the
man. Yeah, when will he become the man? I don't know.
Soon.
Very soon.
Very soon, actually.
If you know, you know.
If you know, okay. BackChat podcast is powered by Fleet Network, of course. Fleetnetwork.com.au. They'll sort you out with a car. Doesn't matter if you're an individual or you're not. Doesn't matter. They can have a car for you.
Well, it matters if you're an individual. If you're not an individual,
it becomes pretty tricky.
I back them in. I reckon they can do it.
Yeah,
they just sort out.
They will
you as a
novated
human
you
species.
On this is a puppy dog driving around.
I saw a video of a dog crashing a car the other day. It was pretty funny. That wouldn't happen at Fleet Network though.
No,
way.
they don't let that happen.
No, they are
on
very
Patreon.
responsible.
On Patreon, which you can sign up for on backchatpodcast.com.au, we have some great VIP codes for all those people there for our sponsors: Whippersnapper Whisky, Margarita Roasting Co, BlueBet, Shelter Brewing Co, Leadville Cameras, Fleet Network, and Swimply.
Yeah, and a very special Fleet Network deal for our patrons.
Oh yeah,
It's the best prize that we've offered on the podcast, and we've
100%.
We did grand final tickets, $2,000 for tipping, which we didn't mention today because we don't know what's happening. I could actually check right now.
No, that's right.
Dan wasn't doing it.
No, well, Hammer's got to get to a.
And I got to piss my pants.
Oh, you got to be a patron. So I'll announce it if you're a patron.
Yeah, good.
You'll find out.
All right, cool. That's it.
Great stuff.
Go piss, Hammer.